Hi, this is Ezekiel Chew, founder of Asiaforexmentor. So in this video, I'll be revealing what I do on a weekly basis, and I'll be sharing my analysis for this week, which is the 1st of Feb 2016. So you can refer to this video throughout the week to spot for trade setups. The analysis in this video will be my trading plan for the week. So in my weekly analysis video, I'll be sharing pairs that are a possible setup for the week or pairs that are worth taking note. Okay, so last week itself, we talked about several pairs. CHF JPY is one of them. So we spotted a pin bar last week that is resting on the 150 on the weekly time frame. So I mentioned that very good chance that it will bounce right off, and then it did, and it was a nice trade, and then it shot right up, and guess where did it stop? Which is my blue dotted line at the top over here, which is my Bollinger Band. So we can expect price to probably hover around this this area. So let's go on to lower time frame and see. Yeah, so it shot right up, and another thing to note is that it is also because of the Japanese yen, whereby they announced that they will be moving, changing their interest rate to negative interest rate. Yeah, so that is the reason of the decrease and the drop in the yen itself. So if judging on the overall basis for the Japanese yen, let's say for this year itself, the outlook isn't good, right? The outlook isn't good. So it's most likely, and that is what the government, right, in wants to do for the yen. They want to devalue they want the currency to go down lower, and that is what they are trying to do, to push it down lower. So of course, in the meanwhile, we can see along the way there will be spikes of the yen along the way, but this is just part and parcel of the currency movement. But what we can notice as the overall movement itself, the yen will most likely head down further for this year itself, and because that is what they want to do. And if it starts going the other way, I'm sure they will make further adjustments along the way. So if looking at this picture itself, I'll on the overall note itself, I'll be going long for pairs that are pairing with the yen as the denominator. So right now for CHF yen, it shot up nicely after our video last week. And then we can expect price to hover around here, because here we can note is a pretty crucial zone, yeah, because of the lows over here, and then the highs over on this part itself. So we can expect price to hover around here, and once it does break through this important area, then it's going towards the next zone, which is around my white line over here, and also of course all these bars lows over here, which is around the same area as my white line. All right, so this is CHF yen. SGD yen. So we talk about this as well. Here was the 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, and multiple times. Eventually it broke through, came back up, hovered around here, right? And then here was a good area of rejection. We expected price to reject a little bit, and once price shot through, and it did, it shot up nicely, because again, this is the yen denomination, and then it shot up, and looks like it's going towards the next area. So if you look on the monthly time frame, which the monthly bar just closed, right? Today is the 1st of Feb. It just closed yesterday, which is over the weekend. Yeah, so it formed a big long tail monthly pin bar of the previous rejection. Yeah, so it does looks like it is definitely going to hover around here first, and I would say it does more look like it's going to hover around and then starts going back up again. So either way, the tail of the pin is again still a crucial area. If it still goes down and breaks through the tail of the pin, then the next stop will be my white line below. But the chances are it's most likely will try to head up further. Yeah, so this is SGD JPY. The Nikkei, right? So the Nikkei, we talked about this itself. Last week itself, right? I mentioned that this will be a retracement week itself throughout the stock index, and then it formed a pin bar. So last week shot right through, and then I can expect price to probably head up further to the previous lows here and the highs over here, and then hover around until probably then maybe it starts going back down again. So overall, the Nikkei has been retracing, and we can expect price to head up further probably this week or so itself. Yeah, so this is Nikkei. CAD JPY. So CAD JPY, it's a setup that we can look at. What we can note, again, this is the yen denominator. Here was the point whereby it was a low, 1 time, the red line, which I plotted red line 1 time, 2 time, it broke through, came back up, test multiple times before heading down further. So price is now going back up, towards the crucial level where it was respected exactly multiple times before. So we can expect price to head up further towards the red line over here. So let's see. Okay, this is a weekly. Monthly, again, monthly wise, a lot of last month bar for yen itself, it formed a pin bar because of a huge movement last Friday itself. So we can do expect price to head up further. If once it breaks through the area, next stop will be my white line over here. But in the meanwhile, there is going to be, of course, rejection over the red line which I've mentioned about here. So we can expect price to head up over here. There's probably going to be some rejection and retracement, and after breaking through, yeah, so next stop it will probably stop here first. Yeah, so this will be a crucial zone for the CAD JPY. Next, Euro Yen. So Euro Yen monthly time frame, it formed a very strong looking pin. So if let me delete all these lines first. Yeah. And here was the low. So I think I mentioned about this last week or previous week. So here was a crucial area. So it test the lows, couldn't break through. So I plot the line over here. Yeah, that's the reason why it tested exactly, couldn't break through, and then it shot right back up to form a pin bar that closes above the 150. But still, it is still below the crucial zone of the 365 and the Bollinger at the top. If you go on to the weekly time frame, we can notice that the reason why it stopped here exactly is also because of 150 on the weekly. So the monthly, we got two levels, the white line and the blue dotted line. The weekly, we got the orange line. The daily, again, there's another orange line at the top and a series of line over here. Let's see 4 hour. So 4 hour has broken through. So we can expect the Euro Yen to encounter a huge rejection area from now onwards. And if it does break through all this strong rejection level, then it's probably going to shoot right through. But for now, I think the rejection level is going to hold probably for this week itself. Yeah, so this is Euro Yen. Dollar Yen. Dollar Yen, again, it formed a long pin last month. So all the yen denominator pair has formed a pin. The thing about the yen is that all the pins that for the yen on the monthly time frame, all in all, it worked pretty well. All the trend continuation pin over here, yeah, the selling pin over here. So all this while, after forming a pin, it worked well, and then it usually does goes up at least a little bit for the next bar itself, which is this month itself. So if you go on to the weekly time frame, price is stalling over here, which is of no surprise. So after breaking through here was the area of the rejection, and then it broke through. After breaking through, it shot right up all the way towards the top, which is the red line. And that is because of the highs and the highs and the highs and the lows and the series of highs and lows here. So this is a crucial rejection level. So price is now at this area itself. It's probably going to hold a while because this is still a strong rejection area, and this is the top of the pin. So once it does breaks through, we can expect price to go up to the next level, which is around the highs over here. So this will be the next stop. Once it does goes up, we'll be looking for a buy signal, and then I'll be getting out over this area itself. Okay, next pair, USD CHF. So USD CHF oil has been an uptrend, and I plotted a trend line over here for quite some time. All right, and then here was because of the lows, and then the opening here, so all this while it came down below, but it didn't close below all my trend line, and it has been respecting ever since. Right, so this has started way long before. So this trend line is still holding pretty well, and is in a consistent uptrend for the USD CHF. So what we can note is price will probably come down and hover around this trend line itself and still continue to respect it until it reaches probably the top over here, which is marked by the previous high. Okay, so last pair that I'll talk about is the S&P 500. Again, this is the pair that we've been talking about since the start of the year, because this is the pair that we have noted. We have been trading a while. We've been trading a lot, in fact. And then I did mention that this last week itself is going to be a retracement week, and it did. Right. So after forming the pin bar previous week, So we talk about retracement. It formed again, it formed another pin last week itself, and then it shot right through higher. So we can expect price to start hovering and start heading up further towards the lows over here and highs over here. And I plotted a little trend line over here. So in a way, if it does goes up, it may spike up a little and then kind of stop by the trend line that we have over here. And if this holds well, then this will be a good selling opportunity for us, for it to head back down further. So but still, we want to note is that once it does goes up to this area, I do not like any bar to close above. If it does close above, then it's going into the next upper zone level. So I would like price to go up here, test this level, but still gets rejected. Then this will be a good indication that this is a strong area of rejection, and then this will becomes a strong selling opportunity for us to after this retraces back up. Okay, so this is the S&P 500. All in all, price has been going where we have expected, and which is really good. And then this is usually how we trade, whereby we set a plan and then we trade in line with the plan itself. So this is kind of the plan along the week itself, and then of course in the day-to-day trade itself, there is a lot of day-to-day trades in the lower time frame itself. But what I'm doing now is the overall analysis, and then we can, once it has broken the crucial level which I've just marked just now, then we can go in and execute the trade itself. So this is my analysis for this week. I'll see you all next week.